Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. We're going live. We are going to be doing this a couple times a day. I'm sure you guys know we just went live for breaking down Tesla. I wanted to hop back in. I felt like there's so much more when it comes to the markets right now. We're seeing so much inflation, so much sell-off today. Look at this S&P 500, this map here. Look at the amount of sell-off we have seen. So we're going to be breaking down what's going on right now with the markets, why we are possibly due for a possible crash in 2024. So guys, hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, out of this live stream, subscribe, like, do what you guys do best. All right, we are, for some reason here, it is being all weird on my end. It's being all weird here on my end, but we're going to just continue. We're going to just go in here. So guys, what is going on? Well, look at here. You guys will notice that what we have seen is a variety of sell-off. We're seeing companies like the AI sectors. We're seeing, these chip manufacturers like NVIDIA, AMD selling off like crazy here. So let's pull them up on the chart here. We did announce, or the United States did announce this crazy, what is it? NVIDIA. What we're seeing here, if this would ever load, but there has been a ton of this sell-off here when it comes to NVIDIA, NVDA. It's late, NVDA. So what we're seeing here, I should probably close that, is a variety of sell-off. Now, the reason why here is because the U.S. just did a whole bunch of restrictions on AI chips to China. So look at this. The U.S. Department of Commerce announced that it planned to curb export of advanced AI chips to China. So guys, anytime you have this is going to cause sell-off. You guys will see, is it good or bad? So a lot of people think right now this does represent a good buy, but yes, I get it. But one thing you do have to take understanding of in consideration, I am like all over the map today. One thing you guys do have to understand when it comes to NVIDIA right now is they haven't been doing super great. Yes, we've seen great growth. Yes, we're seeing all this great stuff. But look at the analysis here. You guys will notice that we have seen a little bit of this middle ground here. A lot of people aren't super bullish anymore when it comes to AI and all these chips. The train kind of already has left the station when it comes to it. It's up 200% this year. So with that being said, I definitely think that yes, this is due for us to see a possible sell-off. Is it good for NVIDIA? Probably not. The reason why it's really not good is because that could possibly mean less revenue for NVIDIA, which will cause sell-off. They're pretty much pausing exports with it. So look at this here. One thing I always look at here is technical analysis. We do have some support here at about 410, resistance at 475. So for me, yes, right now for me, does represent a decent opportunity to start investing. NVIDIA is an absolute powerhouse. They do a ton of great stuff. They're doing great. But I just think with that type of announcement, it's going to cause volatility in the stock 100%. And that's kind of what we're already seeing with NVIDIA being down about 4% today and the markets being mixed about it. Yes, we do think, a lot of analysts think that this thing is a buy and all that stuff, but I can't get over these restrictions. Who knows how long this thing's gonna last? It could be good, it could be bad, but I definitely think the market's not reacting well to it. We are already seeing conflict with China, and so this is just going to put more tension on NVIDIA in the United States economy here. And that's kind of why we've seen, another company like AMD, which is, a very similar company. They make almost the same things. graphics cards. They're invested into technology, AI, all that stuff. But this one here, you guys will notice a lot more volatile. We've seen a lot more rapid growth where it's gone from 81 to 32. But look at here, it does establish some pretty hard support on that 200 moving average line. Very similar to kind of what we saw with Nvidia here. So, buying under that 200 moving average line could represent a good opportunity to start buying AMD, even though we're seeing a little conflict with these U.S. export restrictions to China, as you guys can see. Another stock that we are seeing a decent amount of sell-off today, we did cover it. It is Tesla. Tesla just announced their earnings, and they did not do very well, causing some sell-off as well. But looking here, 200 moving average line is approaching. We established some decent support on it, as well as we zoom out here. As we zoom out, it does have some old resistance that could possibly start acting as new support. So we'll see here though. But Tesla did miss their earnings by almost $1 billion here, which isn't very good at all, as you guys can see. So they didn't do very well. Obviously, we've seen Tesla have some price cuts. We've seen a variety of stocks, or a variety of cuts from Tesla, which is obviously going to cause temporary issues with their profit margin, because a car that was once profiting them per car $5,000, after the price cut is now profiting them $2,000. So that $3,000 is just gone, and it comes from Tesla's profit margin. So, we're also just seeing a lot of volatility with just the S&P 500. Do I think we are due for a crash? Not necessarily a crash. I do think a possible correction. And the only reason why I say that is just the fear. We're seeing a super high fear index right now when it comes to investing in money, and we're seeing the United States. Most people have taken out so much debt right now, they're barely scraping by. We've seen huge increases in credit card transactions go up. So I just think right now isn't the greatest opportunity for the markets. I do think we'll probably see some more sell-off. For me, very similar to all the other ones, that 200 moving average line, if we can buy at it or below it, always represents a good opportunity to buy. Looking at these dips, if you guys just focus on that red line, every time the S&P falls below it, you guys will notice it represents a good opportunity to start start buying, because once it breaks above it, like we've seen in the past, it does a very, very strong move, especially in these larger dips down in here, where we had these crazy moves back up. So, I definitely think S&P, if you're nervous about investing or you don't know what to invest in, the S&P 500 is going to be the GOAT of that. It's going to be the move. I just think a ton of opportunity when it comes to this one. And if you guys have any questions, honestly, let me know. Let me know right now. If you guys want me to look at any stocks, pull them up. But as far as just investing in the markets right now, I just think these high inflations, the Fed is, they're undecided on if they should keep increasing rates, or right now they paused the rates. But, if the Fed just keeps increasing rates, that's just going to cause more slowdown and more slowdown. We're seeing a possible housing shortage. So it's not just like one thing, conflict overseas with, Israel and all that stuff. So it's just a crazy time, looking here at the markets. But yeah, if you guys want me to look at any stocks, let me know down in the comments here. We're going to be going live. Like I said, we're going to be going live hopefully 1 to 2 times a day, plus a long form video. That's kind of the plan when it comes to the channel going forward. Live 2 times. Once I release my course, it's coming out very, very soon, probably in the next 2 to 3 days. Once that is announced, we're going to be doing a news live, trading recap live. So if you guys are interested, like and subscribe, because it means a ton when you guys do that. But anyways, Also we can pull up some other stocks here that just keep burning through them here. We're seeing the healthcare sector get a variety of sell-off. Amazon down 2.5%. So people are nervous. The fear index, let's pull it up. It's super high. Whoa, there we go. So you guys will see there is fear in the market. I'm not just making this up. There is fear, which is going to put tension in the marketplace. It's going to cause people to not want to invest. It's going to cause people to sit on the sidelines when it comes to investing. So just a crazy time, my guys. Crazy time. But that's why I think we're possibly due for a crash. It's fear, inflation, interest rates, conflict overseas. It's the perfect storm right now with investing. And look at the markets. Historically, anytime there's conflict overseas, what sectors do well? Energy does well. Surprisingly, restaurants, McDonald's is up. They must have announced something here. Procter & Gamble is up. We're seeing just a variety of stocks. Most big corporations, financial, Morgan Stanley down 6.7%. We're seeing, let's just pull this up. This whole banking sector has absolutely gotten obliterated today. Morgan Stanley. Let's see. Morgan Stanley, third quarter earnings results reported revenues of $13.3 billion for the third quarter, compared to the $13 billion. So they increased it by, $300 million, which is good. Net income was $2.4 billion compared to their net income. Okay, JP. All right, here. The firm reported net revenues of $13.3 billion. The net revenues of 13.3, the net income of 2.4. I want to see what they were expected. Just because this amount of sell-off, my guess, obviously they didn't do very well because the stock's down 6.7%. So they're not doing well. We're seeing just literally, right here, okay, net revenues. So they're still up from about a year ago, but credit losses is up. We're seeing expenses up, obviously. Things have gotten more expensive. Pre-income tax is down. Wealth management revenues are up. I want to see what it was supposed to be at, but it's not telling me. But anyways, I think we all can conclude just using basic common sense that they did not do very well. The stock's down 6.7%. Look at this. We do have some possible support down here, my guys. Look at that support right here. It's pretty hard too. It's pretty hard. That old resistance acting as new support. Possible swing trade at 70. So we do have some more sell-off if it can squeeze that low. Plus dividends, I wonder what the debt on this company is on Morgan Stanley. Daily short volume, you guys can see, has literally skyrocketed up. Possible short squeeze. I don't know about that. This is too big of a company for that. Surprisingly bullish. Let's go to summary. All right, right here, financial. All right, so you guys will see the revenue has actually, we've seen a little bit of a dip. That's why we're seeing sell-off from 104 all the way to 74, is because the revenue in Q1 of 2022 was 14.8. Now it's about 13 point whatever. So obviously not doing super hot when it comes to that. The fundamentals here. Let's see how we're looking. The total revenues, like I said, right here, this is what we care about. If they have it in here, Q2, they don't have Q3 in here yet. They'll probably be coming very soon, but still, let's see if we can find the debt. I want to know what the debt is. I want to know what the debt of Morgan Stanley is. Dividends per share, that's not too bad. Let me look it up. We'll just pull it up here because I want to know. I want to know what Morgan Stanley's debt is, and I want to know what Morgan Stanley's cash on hand is. Debt. I'm just pulling it up here on my phone because I don't want to keep bugging you guys. All right, so let's go here. Oh, I did MS debt, not thinking they would. No, I'm talking about Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley. All right, they got some. They got a decent amount. I saw a little headline before we. All right, macro trends. All right, right here. They have a whopping. This is what I was nervous about. This is absolutely insane. This company, Morgan Stanley, has $247 billion in debt. This company has $247 billion in debt. And this is a 9.6% increase. Cash on hand. I already know they're not going to have that. Oh, they do have a lot of cash. $342 billion. So the good news, surprisingly, they do have more cash on hand than long-term debt, but the amount of debt they have is absolutely insane. Their margins, their profit margins at 12%. So for every $100 Morgan Stanley brings in as a company, they profit $12. The revenue, this is what I also wanted to care about. So we've seen a variety of declines. You know, for the past 2 years, really, we've seen declines of about 6 to 10% for the revenues from Morgan Stanley. So, you know, evaluating long-term success, I wouldn't invest into Morgan Stanley. I'd possibly swing trade it here at 70 just to see if we could get some support there. Possible little scalp swing trade on something like that. Setting your stops, you know, probably at like 66, risking $4 to possibly have this thing squeeze up to probably about 80 to 88. So you're risking $4 to possibly make 8, or actually no, you're risking about $4 to possibly make about $14. Excuse me. Great risk and reward. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Right now. Let me know. I'm just making sure we are good. You know what I need to do? I need to get, after this live, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back that camera right here because it is so close. I'm looking at it. It's so close. Man. But yeah, Morgan Stanley, you know, an American icon of a company. You know, we've seen a decrease, pretty much a decrease in revenues. You know, we also, where are we at? Just look at this. Look at the amount of red here. And people think that a crash or a correction isn't upon us, you know. I do think that's the thumbnail. People think that, you know, that like all stocks go up. That's not the case. You know, it's just super risky you know, right now to invest. I definitely think there's a lot of potential. I just think the risk level is super, super high. But yeah, guys. So, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. You know, it does look like we have a couple of you guys hanging out with me this late. I appreciate every single one of you. Like I said, we're going to be doing this, you know, hopefully once a day, twice a day in the future here. So, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit that like button. Subscribe, you know, go to this here, tap that. But yeah, we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care, everyone.